What it do, my loves? This your girl, 5 Star Key. And this is 5 Star Readings LLC. First, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And always remember, a beautiful day begins with a beautiful mindset. All right, so Luke chapter 1, verse 37. Okay, so what I did want to get on here to talk about was when you apply when you apply biblical teachings to your life, spiritual teachings, biblical teachings, however people want to look at it. Because me personally, I can look at it both ways as far as spiritual teachings and biblical teachings. But anyway, apply these teachings to your life and watch God move things around for you expeditiously. So, chapter Luke in the Bible, the bigger picture of chapter Luke is Jesus not only lived and ministered as a perfect human, but he also died and rose to a new life as a savior for sinners. And sometimes people sometimes people don't understand the journey, or they don't understand like the trials, tribulations, or the things that you experienced or endured. And the reason why is because God knows certain people aren't good leaders, or certain people wouldn't be like truthful, honest leaders. Because we literally have a lot of leaders in this world, my love, but we don't have a lot of honest, truthful ones. All right, so wow, that is so funny. Angel foretells John's birth. It is so wild because I'm telling you, when I say I kept seeing this baby, like in the spiritual realm, I wound up feeling this baby's head, and then it's kind of like I kept hearing this ultrasound. But anyway, all right. So when it comes down to work, in the Bible, Luke chapter 1 verse 37 says, "For with God nothing shall be impossible." For with God nothing shall be impossible. I was kind of telling somebody this a few minutes ago about we was talking about something and I forgot, and it was just like with God, things, it might, well, without God things seem impossible. But with God, you'll be like, okay, God, I was worried about this situation, that situation, worried about what this one was saying, that one was saying. But then when you turn around and realize some of those people don't have God within them. So of course, if they don't have God within them, then the spirit of jealousy is very prominent or very dominant in their life. Then they got the spirit of envy that's real dominant in their life. So if they got those type of spirits that's real dominant in their life, God can't be dominant in a jealous spirit. God cannot be dominant over there. It's too much jealousy over there. God cannot be dominant over there. It's too much wickedness over there. All right, and then another one. Let me put this in my notes. Because they say, when it comes down to God and things, in the world, because, people be like, they're the gods of this world now, but God put us here for a reason. Because maybe in a past life or a different life, we all thought we was gods and we all thought we was running shit. That's why we all have to sit here. We have to understand who God really is and why all this is here for us. Why do we have access to homes? Why do we have access to cars? Why do we have access to jobs if we're not meant to work jobs? You get what I'm saying? If we not meant to work jobs, why the fuck we have access to all this shit? You get what I'm saying? You got people that will really tell you to quit your damn job, and then, quit your job and do what? Become a bum? Okay, so Luke chapter 1 verse 37 is, for with God nothing shall be impossible. That's why you wake up every day. God gives you breath to breathe, right? God give you breath to breathe. God give you a sight to see, eyes, ears to hear, eyes to hear with. You get what I'm saying? So with that being said, it's just kind of like, when it comes down to opportunity, daily, take your own opportunities and do something with your own opportunities. Because guess what? If you got a wicked person that's every time an opportunity is open for you and you got somebody blocking that opportunity, guess what? Let them people block those opportunities. Because guess what? They be thinking that they're going to prevail. You get what I'm saying? They think that they're going to prevail in an opportunity or a setting because you got blocked in a setting. And it's just like, with that being said, maybe that was a setting that I wasn't supposed to be in. You get what I'm saying? Maybe that was a setting that I was not supposed to be in. Maybe that was a setting that I was not going to thrive in or anything like that. You get what I'm saying? Because sometimes, my love, God don't be in the midst thereof. You get what I'm saying? God be in the midst of other places. That's why certain doors and certain opportunities don't be for specific people. Because guess what? It's kind of like this. It's kind of like after you learn everything that you can learn in the 3rd grade, you go to what grade next? The 4th grade. You understand? And that's what life is. If it's a woman feeling like she's blocking opportunities from you or stopping certain things from you, then that's her mindset. Do you not know she done stuck at a kindergarten mindset for her to constantly be on that? Hold on, let me write this down. For with God, nothing shall be impossible. But yeah, when it come down to work, everybody deserves to live in this earth. Everybody deserves to have a job. Everybody deserves to have an opportunity or a chance to do anything in this world. Because when you turn around and think about it, there literally is no wrong direction. Because literally, when you think about it, just think about a cross. Think about a cross. Think about being in the middle. Think about being in the middle of the cross. Now, if you in the middle of the cross, my love, and you got this direction to go up, you can go down, you can go right, or you can go left. You get what I'm saying? Those are all the directions that are surrounding you as a person. You get what I'm saying? So with that being said, it doesn't mean just because you decide to go down, that doesn't mean that that's the wrong move to make. Because guess what? It might not have been, any great leaders at the bottom. It might not have been people at the bottom trying to pull people from the bottom to the top, because it's kind of like, if you can see the potential in that person, because this world was born off of potential. Everybody was born off of potential. Everybody has potential in them. Now, if somebody don't have no potential in them, then I don't know what to say about a person. You get what I'm saying? But everybody on this earth has potential within them. They just got to find their potential. But, anywho, long story short, for with God, nothing shall be impossible. Get out, apply for a job, apply to get in school, or apply to do whatever you want to do in this world, because guess what? God gave us access to these things. God gave us access to schooling. God gave us access to knowledge. Fools, what did he say? My fools perish for, he said, fools perish for a lack of knowledge, but it was more to it than that, because people like to stop at that part. Okay, Hosea 44:6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge. The knowledge that they reject is what? Educational conversation. educational communication. You get what I'm saying? You got people that would rather sit and tell you about bullshit all day long to keep you distracted from the knowledge. You get what I'm saying? They want to keep you in the energy of lack thereof versus, oh, it's a wealthy thing when you start tapping into your mind and you start exploring certain things. Because you'll be like, damn, they give you grants for this, they give you grants for that, they give you things for this and things for that. You get what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to be struggling. You don't have to be worried. You don't have to be wanting for any fucking thing in this world. And that's what some people do not want to tell you. They don't want to tell you that you don't have to lack. You know what I'm saying? They don't be wanting to tell you that, oh, you only have to work at fast food places. You get what I'm saying? Oh, you can only get cleaning jobs. You get what I'm saying? They don't be wanting to tell you, oh yeah, you can be a receptionist at a damn, office or whatever the case is, because no matter where you work at, no matter where you apply to, and no matter where you work at, they have to train you no matter where you go in life. No matter where you go in life, they have to train you unless you're doing something on your own that was never done before. You get what I'm saying? But anywho, and that was one of the Bible verses about work. 1 Luke 1:37. For with God all things are possible. So with that being said, like literally, when I tell y'all, I done applied for money service jobs, right? Because I always kind of felt like, I didn't know how to count like large sums of money, and I kind of feel like I needed to learn how to count large money for some reason. But I kid you not, I worked at Signature Loans or whatever. Man, when I tell you, okay, let me tell you the real tea about jobs like that. Signature loan jobs around money and shit like that. Those jobs don't even pay much for real. You get what I'm saying? Those jobs really do not even pay much. You would literally make more money working at McDonald's. You would literally make more money working at a fast food place versus, oh, she's sitting down at this office all day long, and at this computer answering phones, doing callbacks and shit. You get what I'm saying? You will literally make more money at McDonald's versus sitting in the office writing loans and counting money all day. And sometimes people in this world, they don't tell you that. You be thinking that, you be like, oh, my homegirl, she got a nice job and it's either caregiver, CNA, and they wear scrubs and shit, or she can dress up every single day at work. But guess what? He dress up every single day at work, wear the makeup and the hair, the clothes and all, and they not making as much money as you making at fast food. You flipping that goddamn burger, toasting that goddamn bun all day. They be sitting up here thinking, he got old high school job or a teenage job. Shit. Do you not know motherfuckers is paying their mortgage off for fast food jobs? Motherfuckers is paying off cars and debt and all type of shit with those type of jobs, just because they have the mindset of that. You get what I'm saying? You got some people that have the mindset of, oh, I don't want to work fast food and things like that because of woo 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 woo. But me personally, I will work anywhere and be happy every single day. And the only reason why is because I know one thing. I got money coming in this pocket. I got money coming in that pocket. I even got some money coming from the back end. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm talking about 4 pockets full type shit. And it's like in this world, that's why when I first got to Oklahoma, I bullshit you not. When I first got to Oklahoma, I literally had 2 jobs in this motherfucker. I'm talking about working 2 jobs, and I think I did that for like several months. You know what I'm saying? Do you not know every week, every 2 weeks, it was so weird how I was getting paid, because I was getting paid semi-monthly from one job, and then I was getting paid 2 weeks from the other job. So how I got paid was from the semi-monthly job, I'll get that check first, and then on my every 2 week job, my second check from the semi-monthly would roll over to like one of the days I get paid for my other job. So I'm talking about, I was seeing $900 checks one time. Then I wound up seeing like $1,500 checks because I got paid from both jobs at one time. You get what I'm saying? Like I was seeing some money working 2 jobs. And I kid you not, my love. It sounds, working two jobs does sound fun, but when you got kids and things, it's tiresome. You get what I'm saying? It's tiresome working two full jobs. But when you understand the bigger picture in life, guess what? When I first came to Oklahoma, I hustled hard. You get what I'm saying? Worked my little two jobs and everything, paying $1,100, $1,200 in rent or in bills every single month as a single mother. You get what I'm saying? Then when my car got messed up, I was starting my CNA classes through this one place. I was starting CNA classes, and literally, I bullshit you not, it seemed like every time I started trying to do my CNA classes and get my CNA certification, it literally seemed like every time I did that, my car would mess up or something would happen to the point where I wouldn't be able to make it to my classes. You get what I'm saying? It's like I always be able to sign up and shit like that, but then it's kind of like something would be stopping me or holding me back from me going to get the certification, doing the classes and everything, because I bullshit you not. When it come down to studying and when it come down to learning, that's literally all I do every single day is study and learn. That is all I do every single day. Like, I kid you not, I still got some flashcards from in my drawer in my room from one of the CNA classes. But anyway, but yeah, all I do know is it's kind of like, I guess I could say maybe it's just God pulling me in certain directions, because literally I have been doing things and applying for jobs and dealing with people, having communications and conversations with certain people that I do not like. You get what I'm saying? And I've also understand that I've been having conversations with people that are not truthful with me. So with that being said, it's kind of like I know for a fact, like, wherever I'm going in life now, I already know I'm gonna be going to a place or to a setting, a job setting, or a different side of the town or a different state where people are gonna be real with me, where people are gonna appreciate my honesty and they're gonna appreciate my loyalty. Because I guarantee you, I already know for a fact everybody in this world, it's kind of like you be around a certain group of people, but they neglect your energy. They neglect your presence. They neglect your intuition. They neglect your understanding, your wisdom, your knowledge, your fortitude, your love. They neglect all that shit. And then they turn around and expect for you to be wanting or needing them. It's like, why would I want or need somebody that neglected me? Why would I want or need somebody that wouldn't sit and listen and sit and have a conversation about, oh, well, I heard you did this, or I heard, well, why not sit and have a conversation, though? You get what I'm saying? Like, why not sit and have a conversation before making, head over heart decisions? Because a lot of people in manager position, because I was talking to this other girl about, I talked to, as a matter of fact, what to do? I talked to actually two people today about what these wicked people do. They will literally gather up a bunch of people, my love, and everybody will be riding off of a lie. Everybody's riding off of this lie. That's why I'm holding nothing in my hand, because it's a lie. Whatever these motherfuckers they trying to cover up a lie. But you can't really, you know what I'm saying? You can't really cover up something that was never there. You get what I'm saying? You can't really cover up something that was never there, my love. Thank you, my love. Yeah, you can't cover up something that was never there. You can't put somebody in a place that was never there. You get what I'm saying? You know how they be like, oh, we trying to get this person to be or say that. That person was never there. They don't know what the fuck going on. You get what I'm saying? And it's like, you got a group of people that literally try to do that, my love. They literally try to lie, just so they can say, oh, the reason why we was stalking that person was because for a reason. The reason why we did such and such and such was for a reason. And it's like, was the reason embedded off of truth, or was the reason embedded off of a lie? Or was the reason embedded off because that man was jealous, or that man was wicked, or he got mad at a woman one day and he just couldn't get over it? For the past couple years, he got mad at what a woman said. He just couldn't get over it. But like I said, in this world, that's why us women, we gotta stop turning on each other for these men. You get what I'm saying? Because if one man got mad at what one woman said, and then he tried to destroy that woman's life and her family, careers, and resources and everything for years, then you know damn well he don't have no problem doing that to the next woman. And that's another reason why I won't do no dirty work for a man, because let me tell you what I know. Thank you, my love. Let me tell you what I know. It's a man that wants to just use women. You get what I'm saying? Like I said, devil. The man just wants to use women because he's a demonic person. Now, the thing is, what it do, my love? Now, the thing is, when men start using people, if he don't start getting what he wants, what you think gonna happen? If I never signed up for anything to be used for, I never signed up for anything to be used. So guess what? If I didn't sign up to be used, then guess what? I'm not being used. So with that being said, everybody else got to understand. Everybody else got to understand when it come down to it. Happy to catch you live again. Period, my love, period. People got to understand it, because sometimes these men be lying to y'all, with us men and women. They be lying to us. You get what I'm saying? Because I was a victim of lies at one point. That's why I was so hell bent on searching for the truth. And God always told me, seek and you shall find. That's why I always search for the truth, no matter what it is. If some things people didn't sit right with me, my love, I promise you, before I ever, because I made mistakes by impulsively acting on certain situations, conversations, people, places, and things. You get what I'm saying? By me being impulsive, I could have ruined a lot of conversations and connections with people just because I was being impulsive. But when I think about it, I don't regret anything. And the reason why I don't regret anything is because it's like I always search for the truth. Something when it came down to the conversation with such and such, it's like that the conversation wasn't embedded in truth. That conversation wasn't helping me elevate. That wasn't helping me getting the courage to apply for that warehouse job. That wasn't giving me the courage. Like, talking to them motherfuckers don't give me the courage to do that. They make you feel like, certain people, when you listen to my love, they make you feel like, oh, you're going to get turned down from that job because you don't have no experience. But shit, when it comes down to it, nobody has experience to do nothing. That's why they have to train you everywhere you go. Every job you get, everything you do in life, they have to train your ass. And the reason why, because they know we don't know shit. I wouldn't knew how to do that shit until you told me how to fucking do it. You get what I'm saying? Why do y'all think certain people lie on their applications? Because they be expecting you that you want a good job, right? You want a good job with no motherfucking experience. And they sit up here and tell you, go ahead and apply for the motherfucking job. Okay. So bam, you gonna apply for the job with no damn experience. But yet, on a day that Kiara wasn't working, see, Kiara probably would have hired you and tried to show you the right way how to do it. But since Kiara wasn't working that day, they wound up putting somebody else in the mix. You get what I'm saying? They wound up putting somebody else in the mix because Kiara wasn't working that day. So with that being said, you went to your interview and wasted your damn time. You get what I'm saying? You went to the interview and wasted your time, and the reason why is because that lady was like, do you have experience in do you have experience in mango juicing? You're like, oh no, I never did mango juicing before, but I don't have a job. I'm willing to work and I'm willing to learn. I'm quick to learn. I pay attention to everything. I just want to learn the right way. Are y'all going to teach me the right way? And the reason why I'm asking, are you going to teach me and train me the right way, is because I've gotten fired from other jobs where they, quote unquote, had me working up under a manager that didn't know what the fuck she was doing at all. And then she went and told on me like I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. And I told him I know everything. I know everything that she knows. You get what I'm saying? That's what the fuck I told them motherfuckers. And they was looking like, and she said herself, I'm not a trainer. So if you're not a trainer, bitch, why the fuck you in a manager position? We need good employees in this motherfucker. We need some solid people up in this bitch. And you mean to tell me you just want the manager's pay without the manager's knowledge? Get your ass down. That's exactly what I would tell her ass. Sit your ass down somewhere. You want manager's pay without manager's knowledge and without manager's instruction, no. They don't deserving that shit. But I'm telling you, when it come down to it, that's why I'm just like, when I get in a position and when I get in a spot, it's just like I'm learning from the book. You get what I'm saying? So therefore, everybody else can identify a devil. Then you can identify a person, be like, okay, well, such and such ain't been right today. Like, maybe we need to say a prayer for this person, or, something like that. Like me, I would be that type of concern of a person, because I'm embedded in the truth. And actually, I kid you not, looking at the Bible and also reading other books and exploring other things, because all of it goes together. All of it goes together, my love. It's not just, oh, just read your Bible. I'm telling you, you gotta pray. You gotta pray for understanding. You gotta constantly pray for understanding. You constantly gotta pray for knowledge. You constantly gotta pray for wisdom. You get what I'm saying? But another thing, about work. Let me go to Proverbs real quick. All right, so Proverbs. I guess I can start at Proverbs 12. Period. This is the type of stuff I'm talking about when it comes down to working. Proverbs 12 and 11. Proverbs 12 and 11. He that tilleth his land shall be satisfied. Now let me see what tilleth means. Because I'm be honest with you. I'm one of those people that like to learn. I'm talking about daily. I like to learn daily, because it be stuff that I didn't know about this world. I'm like, okay, for one, when I be figuring out why we here in this world. Are we here in this world to go to another world without learning why we really here? What's the main purpose of this plane? We trying to go to another plane and we ain't really discovered what the fuck this is about for real. So that's why when we go to another plane and you go around different species or people with different energies or people with higher level of knowledge, that's why they play us. That's why they manipulate us. And that's why they con our ass. Because they'll be like, oh, that person will never know. They dumb as a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? They be like, oh, they dumbasses. They don't even know how to ask questions. They don't even know how to ask the right questions. Teleth. Okay, he that teletheth, because they put the ETH on the end of their words in King James. So he that teletheth, so hold on, let me see what that word means again. Teletheth. Oh, I bet my nephew can say that word good, because he be spitting when he talk. I bet my nephew, I'm like, nephew, say teletheth. Okay, I'm trying to figure out what this means. Hold on. A state of aggression of a solid, especially in relation to its suitability for crop growth. Oh, okay. So it's kind of like, I guess the way I'm kind of seeing this is like a state of aggression of solid or soil. The state of aggression of soil, especially in relation to its suitability for crop growth. So it's kind of like good. It's kind of like good soil where things can grow. Is how I'm kind of feeling about that one. Oh yeah, and that's what it's also talking about. The quick get rich schemes and all. It's saying that he that tilleth his land shall be satisfied with bread. So that means he's kind of being in a place where people can grow. You get what I'm saying? Instead of being in a place where, oh, he's taking opportunities from you, she's taking opportunities, he's taking opportunities, so you can't grow. That is the devil doing that. So always remember that, my love. If people constantly open the doors for you, especially the mindset of you, you get what I'm saying? Like opening up the mindset, my love, I promise you, that is somebody you're going to be satisfied with. That is somebody that's going to put bread on your table. I'm talking about bread in your cabinets, everywhere, anywhere you want some bread at, you're going to find it. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with somebody that wants to have you in an open-minded energy, or somebody that wants you to be how can I say useful? Because I kid you not, my love, we have minds. You get what I'm saying? We have minds, my love, but people just choose not to use their minds. I love you too, my love. Period. So it says Proverbs 11. No, it's Proverbs 12 and 11, my love. He that tilleth his land shall be satisfied with bread, but he that followeth vain person is void of understanding. That's why I be trying to tell people, man. People be like, man, they be like, don't follow Kiara online, don't follow Kiara online. She don't be talking about nothing, but I bullshit. I be talking about everything. Oh, that's funny. Oh, she don't be talking about nothing. She be talking about every fucking thing. No shit, no shade, no nothing, no glory. But anywho, but yes, I love that one so much. Hold on, y'all. I have to write that down in my notes because I'm telling you, when I go back to the library, I have to print it out. And that's all about working. He that tilleth his land shall be satisfied with bread. You get what I'm saying? He shall be satisfied because guess what? He's opening the door for everybody. You get what I'm saying? He's not closing the door for you because you're a woman and you're not gay. You get what I'm saying? You're not gay. That's why you know what I'm saying? You're a woman with a whole thing that they don't have. So he's closing the door for you because you're not gay. But he's opened the doors for other gay men. He's going to get terminated for that. Proverbs, what is it? 12 and 11. I love that one so much. He that tilleth his land shall be satisfied and filled with bread. And then breaking down here in the bottom, that's why you should get the same Bible I have because I love this one. But I kid you not, my love. Oh my God, it took me a long time to love it for real. But anyway, okay, so Proverbs 12 and 11, it says, the opposite of productive work is the pursuit of vain things. So on Proverbs 12 and 11, the bottom part says, he that followeth vain persons is void of understanding. Because guess what? If you're trying to fire everybody with common sense and then you hiring everybody with no sense at all, who's learning the lesson? You get what I'm saying? Like, no one is learning anything and no one is getting taught anything because guess what? They try to use all their vain friends because all their friends are all vain. They have the same type of vain understanding. So with that being said, somebody that comes in that doesn't want to be associated with them or a part of their group, then it's kind of like, oh, well, that person doesn't want to be vain with us. So with that being said, they have to try to get that person out the door because that righteous person will fuck around and tell on those vain people. You get what I'm saying? Because all is fair when you, like, in this world, everything's supposed to be fair. It's not supposed to be only the gay men are succeeding, only the gay men have these things going on. The gay men have access to all the rich men and shit like that. And us women, we have to be walking around here poor, begging for real love, begging for clear communication. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's one thing I'm not going to beg a man for. I'm not going to beg a man for clear communication, and I'm not going to beg a man for honesty, trust, or loyalty. The reason why is because a real man knows that's what a real woman needs to survive, thrive, and to just, you. I don't know. I don't know. It's just a real man knows what a woman needs. These bitch ass niggas don't know. You get what I'm saying? And the reason why is because they don't have no understanding because they follow void ass people. They follow soulless people. They follow people with how can I say with no hearts, no understanding, no type of wisdom, and you get what I'm saying? They follow people with no counsel for real. You get what I'm saying? But anyway, it says the opposite of a productive work is the opposite of productive work is the pursuit of vain things, fantasies, or delusions, such as get rich quick schemes, gambling, or idly, waiting for my ships to come in. Boy, God, oh my God, God, what? That's funny as fuck. Like, they put that shit in parentheses in the Bible. They put waiting for my ships to come in. Like, hold on, God. That's why I was telling the motherfuckers, don't be waiting for nothing to come in. Get out there and get it how you live. You get what I'm saying? They're talking about God is joking with us. God, if you can see this, you probably would like, girl, I know that's not funny like that, but it is. Because the only reason how I know it's funny is because, like I said, you got people that wait on your divine masculine. Wait on your divine feminine. What am I waiting for? You know, like it's like, what the hell are you waiting for? Like, what the hell? What the hell are you waiting for? Oh, God, we waiting for our ships to come in. That's funny. I'm not gonna lie. That's funny as fuck. God is funny as shit with these numbers. I mean, with these words. I'm talking about numbers. What the fuck? But anywho, yeah, so the breakdown, and I have to get off here. My phone is about to die. But anyway, oh yeah, and I'm gonna get on my Zoom. I'm gonna get on Zoom a little bit later too, so we can have a little. We can probably talk more about this, and I can. Anybody else that has a Bible, you can get. I can tell you some of the Bible verses to look up, and then you can look up the Bible verses, and we can talk about it. But anywho, but yeah, Proverbs 12:11 is kind of one of my favorite ones about working now. He that tilleth his land shall be satisfied and filled with bread. So if I'm putting you on, you get what I'm saying? If I'm putting you on, whether it's energetically, words, conversation, love, loyalty, just the truth about what's going on around you, around me, anywhere. It's kind of like, you know, I'm always be satisfied. You get what I'm saying? Like, no matter who and what's going on, like, somebody that always had your back, guess what? They always going to be satisfied. They're going to always have, you know, doors are going to be open for people that respect you, people that love you, people that nurture you and support you. Because guess what? God say in the Bible, it's like, you know, in the Bible it said, you know, touch not my prophet and do my touch not my anointing and do my prophet no harm, right? So if they're not touching you and they're not doing you no harm and all these doors are open for you, things are going to start opening for them. You get what I'm saying? That's why a selfish, what was it? The fools, it was the wise shall inherit glory, but the fools, hold on. It said the wise shall inherit glory, but shame shall be the promotion of fools. Because guess what? If these people, if all they doing is putting they people on and they not helping everybody else around, that's not, you know, that's not really helping them for real. You get what I'm saying? They only put their own people on, my love. That's not helping them. Now, when you a black person, you help a Latino out, or you help a Chinese out, or you help an Indian out. You get what I'm saying? Now you don't open the door for, those type of people to be like, you know what? I'm gonna go talk to Kiara because she done put me on and she done told me I can get this job here and I can do this, that, and the third. You get what I'm saying? So I'm gonna talk to her versus talking to anyone else, because it seems like everybody else is lost in the sauce. But yes, but he that followeth a vain person is void of understanding. And the reason why people are void of understanding when they follow a vain person, because what? Okay, vain. Hold on. Because I love to look up definitions and things, because sometimes we hear words and then we hear somebody else's. I'm your Hispanic, my hero. Okay, period, my love. But yeah, sometimes we hear words, my love, and we don't know the definition of words. You get what I'm saying? Like, I kid you not. It was some definitions of words I was looking up, and I said, oh my God, I've been saying the wrong thing for a long time. But anywho, so vain is having excess pride in one's own appearance or achievements, conceited, or producing no full result. It's like fruitless. So you know how when somebody, how some people try to kill the competition off, or they'll try to put their self up on a pedestal, and then they'll try to put their self up on a pedestal and decredit you. That's like a vain person. A vain person is someone who is, how can I also put this by just the definition? Yeah, I feel like a vain person is somebody who does hide a lot. I feel like a vain person is somebody who I kind of feel like a vain person is kind of like a liar. A liar, energy harvester, somebody that would, like, yeah. A vain person, my love, is somebody that will steal your work. A vain person is somebody that will try to make it seem like, oh, you've been working so hard for all these years and nothing has been coming out of your bosom. You get what I'm saying? And the reason why is because shit, it's fruitless in your bosom. You get what I'm saying? But then when you turn around and think about it, you're like, hold on. It ain't fruitless in my motherfucking bosom, nigga, because y'all ass been copying my motherfucking ass. Y'all asses have been bothering my motherfucking ass. You get what I'm saying? So with that being said, if it's some fruitless shit over here, why the fuck is these? Why they getting sweet smells? Why they getting sweet aromas? Why they getting healthy around this motherfucker? Why they getting strong around this motherfucker? You get what I'm saying? But that's how you know a vain person from somebody who isn't vain. A vain person will have you weak. They will have you just fragile and all type of shit. Somebody that has God within them, they building strong soldiers around this motherfucker. We don't want no weak ass, you know what I'm saying? Look, we don't want no weak lion lips around our asses. You get what I'm saying? Because it's kind of like shit. I want to be able to be so comfortable around the people that I'm around to the point where I would have to question nothing. I'd be like, oh my God, did you see my I've been exercising. Did y'all see where I put my keys at? I'm like, yeah, girl, that's on the table right there. You get what I'm saying? Because that's the type of people I want to be around. I don't want to be around somebody like, y'all know my keys at, even though they know they took your shit, but they trying to help you find some shit that they fucking took. You get what I'm saying? Because you're a clear example of beauty. Thank you, my love. Thank you. But yeah, they'll be like, they know they stole some shit. They know they lied to you. They know they've been keeping you in circles. They know what they've been doing. You get what I'm saying? They know what the fuck they've been doing. But they want to try to get you to take your anger out or your whatever the fuck out on somebody that doesn't deserve that. They want you to keep blocking, stopping, and hindering somebody's money that deserves their fucking money to work and shit. You get what I'm saying? But like I said, in this world, we are here to work. That's why God gave us this world. You get what I'm saying? God gave us this world and put us here for a reason. Because you remind me of the singer Monica, period. I like her. But another thing too, like I said, you got people right now that are watching me that are supposed to be managers at establishments, that are supposed to be supervisors at establishments and things like that. I'm talking about deacons, even what you call that, ushers at the church. You get what I'm saying? People that are watching me are supposed to be in that type of setting because it's like we got to make the world go round. You get what I'm saying? We can't just be like, don't get no job or woo because then the world gonna stop. You get what I'm saying? Because we need to keep spending money. We need to keep making money and spending money. You get what I'm saying? Because that's pretty much what we do all day in America anyway. Make money to spend it. But anyway, I'll see you later, my love. Y'all have a good